because I was trying to show you the difference between using a non-profit, 35-year-old, more now, I think, right? It started with the early days of cable, did C-SPAN, a nonprofit organization that focuses on national politics and is attempting to be at least bipartisan, if not nonpartisan. And when you use this, it's less filled with speculation, wonderment, and things that are not confirmed are not as likely to appear on the C-SPAN page. To go here, by the way, it's C-SPAN, SPAN.org/election. C-SPAN, that's the letter C-SPAN, SPAN.org, ORG/election. And it's a good place to get your data. You don't want people yelling at you and screaming at you and giving you crazy commentary and opinions. They have also called Wisconsin. Now Joe Biden is at 248. 70 million people, 289,000. So almost 70 million and a third of a million people for Joe Biden. 67 million and a half for Donald Trump. He has 214 electoral votes, the incumbent, the sitting president, and Biden has 248. Biden now only needs 12 to be declared the winner via the Electoral College. There are 6 electoral votes in Nevada, where he leads by just 1 point, with 67% of the vote in. And in Michigan, with 96% of the vote in, there are 16 electoral votes. And Joe Biden is leading there by just 1 point, with 96% of the vote in. 2.622 million people have voted for Joe Biden so far. 2.576 million for the incumbent, the sitting president. So it is very, very close in Michigan. And if this is declared, it would be enough, if Joe Biden were to win it, to give him the required electoral votes to win the presidency. If it were to go to Donald Trump, that would allow Donald Trump to get to 230 electoral votes. Biden sits at 248. Nevada has 6. That would put him at 254. In Nevada, they are only 67% through with the counting. So that's going to be, there might be still quite a bit of fluctuation with 1/3 of the votes left to count in Nevada. The situation in Maine, which remains fascinating to me, if I'm quite honest, is being counted on the ground. That people in Maine are actively allowing the process of the instant runoff voting to tumble through the counting. And each time it happens, you have to eliminate the people who are eliminated and then send it all the way back through. So the votes are being counted multiple times. Now, another thing we didn't talk about when we talk about how great IRV is, or ranked choice voting is that also gives you an ability to see if fraud is present. I mean, the vote count should come out the same, right? Every single time. You should be able to, even once you've eliminated the candidates, know that there is an N number, a value, a number of people who voted. It's a good check and balance against the possibility of fraud. Let's take a look at Maine, shall we? The state has now been called for Joe Biden. The Senate race in Maine remains. Now, what's interesting about Maine is they divide their electoral votes. So hang on, we're checking out the Senate race. Susan Collins, it looks like, will win. Yeah, they're giving Collins to the Republicans now. 407,000 votes. Less than 500,000 people. Wow. It's not even a million votes cast between Susan Collins and Sarah Gideon, the Democrat, in the main Senate race. 407,891 people have voted for Susan Collins. Sarah Gideon, 338,000. So she has lost handily to the sitting, I think she's the senior senator, no, in Maine? I forget. So Susan Collins looks like she is going to stay in her seat despite many people in Maine expressing a displeasure with her over many things, including her vote in the recent confirmation of the replacement for Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who passed away. The situation in San Francisco is interesting, and I thought I'd take a minute to talk about that. I support Mayor Breed. I'll say that again. I support Mayor London Breed, whom I believe has been assaulted by a lot of people in a lot of ways unfairly. And I believe that there's a machine here in town that's actively doing a lot of that. And today Aaron Peskin has clearly won. That's going to be, what some would say is an asset to Ms. Breed, Mayor Breed, because though they may argue he generally supports Mayor Breed. The bigger questions of the council, I think, are we have Marjan Filur was leading by less than 1 percentage point after the second round of ranked choice voting. This is in District 1. This is Panhandle and the Richmond district area. Filauer had 13,609, which was 50.08% of the vote. Her closest competitor, Connie Chan, who was the previous candidate, Fewer's choice, had 13,566 votes. That's 49.92. So there are less than 60 votes here. 9 plus 34, right? So 42 votes are going to be the situation in District 1 as they go to the next sort of level of the count. So anything can happen here. Filauer is a former senior advisor to Mayor Breed, and that would be considered an ally to Mayor Breed. Chan is a longtime San Francisco public servant who is going to be more likely to be with the traditional voice that has been there for some time. Peskin, as we said, in District 5, we have a tight race. Dean Preston does have the lead, and his closest challenger, the former Supervisor Valley Brown, had 45% of the vote. That's before the cycle of the ranked choice voting. Dean Preston has been in office since December of last year when he narrowly beat Valley Brown. Breed had appointed Brown to fill the seat that's the seat that Mayor Breed vacated. Preston is part of the board's progressive faction. District 7, Myrna Melgar is leading with 53% of the vote after the first 2 rounds. Let's see here. Looks like Hillary Ronan will have no problem in the mission. Asha Safai seems to have a lead over the former supervisor and former mayoral candidate, John Avalos, who, despite 46% of the vote in District 11, looks like Safai will win that. And to be honest, as the Chronicle points out, Avalos would have been a significant competitor to Breed and would have sided more with progressive voices on the board. So looks like we're going to have a pretty balanced board of supervisors here in San Francisco. Let's see how it all plays out. I'm trying to keep these to under 10 minutes. I've gone to 15, so that's it for right now. Continuing the uncoverage of the election 2020. I'm MTK on the MIC.